Well, good morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Carey, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. It's available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We're on a 365-day inner journey together, so happy and grateful to have you along. We're on day 121 of that journey, and today is one called Unconditional Love. And, I've kind of moved ahead on the book than what the actual dates are in the book because I've read a few days in a row because when I wrote them, they were a long one, and we split it up in the book into like 2 days or 3 days. So I've read those full messages as I've gone, just so you get the full message in that same day. So right now we're really on May 15th in the book, but it is episode 121 called Unconditional Love. So this is close to Mother's Day. So I wrote this on Mother's Day, I'm sure, one year. So it goes like this. On a recent Mother's Day, I thought how appropriate the subject of unconditional love would be. After all, that's what a mother's love truly is. Love is our eternal energy. It's the highest energy on the scale, and it is also our true home. When we leave this place and all of the many experiences of the physical life, we will return to a realm of unconditional love. That's our home. That's our true home. And it's like, man, alive. But we came here to help. We came here to help. We came here to help bring light to this darkened place and to reignite into a golden age, into a new world, this darkened place by all the evil that had taken it over. It's a pretty cool mission, you know. It's wild, but we see it on TV. We see it's a spiritual war, isn't it? It's really just a war between who we're not and who we really are. So it's a realization of who we really are. It's the awakening to who we've always been. That is the real awakening. You know, it's not awakening to a new type of politics or a new type of war weapon or any of that stuff. No, it's awakening to a new world where that stuff just is not in our wheelhouse at all anymore. No. Why would we do this? Why? If we knew who we were and we were peace and we were love, the whole thing's absurd. As I say every day, it's absurd. The only thing that isn't absurd, the only thing that is really true is love. Is love. The energy of love. It's a creative force. And people have used it and bastardized it into ways and control systems and fear systems and all of that stuff to take our eye off of our inside journey and just look at the spectacle and get lost, everybody. Look at the spectacle and get lost so we can continue to rob you of everything and all your freedom. I mean, come on. That's not unconditional love. That is not that. That is tyranny and bullshit. Bullshit. We're free. We're always free in truth. We're always free in truth. We need no governance. Our governance comes from within. Our connection to the divine is our governance. And when you're aligned with that, you're not going to harm anybody anyway. It would be absurd. Unconditional love is the best force in the universe because it is the universe. The universe and unconditional love are one and the same. It's just for us little human pea-brain minds, it doesn't make sense that way for us. We're an inverted world where, love is like, it's only thought of as a kind of a notion of romance, where, you love your children and that kind of stuff. But no, love is the force that animates you. Love is the force that gives you life and light. And love is the force that breathes you when you're sleeping and you're unconscious to your own breathing. That's love. That's God. That's Yeshua. That's the same thing. It's the light. Okay? Our moms have been our beacon for this energy since they unselfishly carried us and delivered us into this world. It is their unconditional love that nurtured us into this world and guided us through life. It is from this deep wellspring that we learned what it feels like to be loved and to be able to carry it forward into all we are and all we do. Thoughts, words, and deeds in that energy. That's a beneficial presence. That's a beneficial presence. No matter what we did in our lives, good and not so good, the unconditional love from our moms have always been and will always be a constant. If your mom has passed, her love for you will still be a constant and surrounds you still in all you do. Her love for you still guides and lights your path. Be certain of this fact. If your mom is still here with you, you need to let her know how important she is and how loved she is. You need to be a torchbearer every day of this unconditional love that she has shown and taught you and left within you. within you. Unconditional love is that center of your heart and should be opened each day and let loose as much as you can. Let this day be one of immense gratitude for your mom and what her heart has given to you in all your life. She imagined you even before you came forth, and her love for you will never die. Your job from here forward is to be the beacon of this energy for your children and for all of those that you love and surround. Show them the way as your mom did for you. After all, it's our true nature and the place we're all from. Shine your light today and spread the wealth of your love. Thanks, Mom, for showing me the way. Oh, I had one of the best. So grateful. And I love and cherish you always. And so, whether it was your mom, that you could have been born, you could have been adopted by another mom or another nurturing character. It could be your dad, could be an aunt or a grandmother that raised you with that nurturing force. It's the same thing. That is the loving energy that surrounds you, that God wanted to be in your life to show you the best lessons, to show you what meaning you should give to your own life, is that stay on the path of love and light. Stay on it. Stay out of the nonsense. Stay out of it. You're going to get burned in there and you're going to learn your lesson. It's like touching the stove and never touching the hot stove again. Well, that's how we learn. Okay. And we grow. So seek to grow. And, if you had a parent that had, self-destructive habits or just wasn't always there for you, well, then guess what? That gift has been left to you. The opposite, doing the opposite of that, living your life and your pursuits in the way that supports yourself, supports your family, supports that light in your family, and you bring that to them as your beacon. You are the chain breaker. You are the change maker. You do it. And wow, I've seen it in my own family. I've seen it. I've seen that. And I'm so proud of them all. Amazing dads and moms that just didn't have, the best. And they became the best. They decided to just become that best for their own. And wow, what an accomplishment. Much love to all of them. Much love to all of you who do that and who have done that. That's a hero's journey. Hero's journey. From not having what you needed to giving what you needed and being the torchbearer of that to hand back and for others to pay it forward with. That's it. That's a circle of great karma. It's the circle of a great wheel of love. So start spinning that one. Stop telling old tales. Start spinning a new story for yourself. Take charge of this vessel and bring that light to the world. If you've had that great mom, just carry that mother's love with you. Whew. It's the magic. Love is the magic. And when you embody it, you can't get it wrong. If you fall off, you know what love is going to do there too. Love is going to apologize. Love is going to make it right. And love is going to keep moving forward in a good space to show others the way. That even if we make mistakes, which we're gonna, a million of them, emotional mistakes, where we assume, all the other lessons we've had this year in this book, up to lesson 121 on assuming, and we get lost in our own wheel and we create our own stories and then we just live them out. We start learning to become the observer of our mind, the watcher of our thoughts, and the guardian of all of that before it goes out into the world. And we learn to not keep it in here, but to process through that by saying, well, what would love say to do that? And why would love say to let go of this? Why would love say, I don't need to carry this so that I can be lighter again? Why would love say that? What would love say? Well, that's what the book is all about. What would love say to do? It's the opposite of darkness. So, it's the choice. And we are just choice makers every day. And we can choose our way to the top of our own life and our own dreams when we still stay in that path. Oars in the boat. Follow the lessons we hear. Follow the direction we hear. Take God up on his daily offer and say, I can. I'm going to start that thing. I'm going to do that thing. I'm going to see where it carries me. I'm going to see where it carries me, right? Because I know I'm going to do my best in those things because, in not rowing the boat, I still have my job to do in floating down that river. And it is to enjoy it. It is to enjoy the moments that I do in creating it. And in speaking to you guys every day, I enjoy every moment of it. I enjoy every moment of it because I know that It's even from the messages that I get that it's helping somebody out there that has gone through the same shit that we all go through. We all go through very similar circumstances, my friends. And I've studied for many, many years on how to keep myself buoyed, keep myself motivated, and keep myself moving forward despite life's many challenges. And it is everything that I've studied and learned that I'm sharing with you. So I just want you to know it. I just want you to know the basic truth that you are the light and you can do it. And you can do anything, and you can bring yourself out of that shit mindset. You can bring yourself out of that shit attitude, out of that bitterness, out of that betrayal that you've had in here, that you've been holding on to and saying, I got to hold on to this anger or else it's protecting me. Oh, no, it's not protecting you. It's weighing you down. It's weighing you down. Okay. So we learn to let go, and we learn to give it to God, who is a real vacuum cleaner for the garbage we no longer need to carry, because we're replacing it with truth. We're replacing it with a new wheel, We're doing different things. We're going forward. We're planting way better seeds. We're being better to ourselves, and we're being better to everybody around us on purpose, because we have the choice to be either. So we choose light, because that's who we really are anyway. The other one's an imposter. It doesn't really know yet, but we're all starting to know. And the imposter is just being seen in everywhere, on TV, on the streets. The imposter is everywhere. Okay. It's the sleep we've all been under, the imposter, the ego. Okay. And it is who you've been, but it is not who you really are. And it is not who you need to be. It's not where you need to go all the time. You can choose anew now, and you've got a whole new lease on life. Whole new lease on life when you know who you are and the power you possess. So sitting in silence, boy, that's a big one. I just saw something that I reposted about the power of sitting alone in a room, just with your own thoughts. Well, that's essentially giving yourself that sacred solitude. And we're also eager to have ourselves stimulated all the time, that we need other people around to keep this ego alive. That's what it is. Constant stimulation just keeps that ego alive, and we keep doom scrolling or talking about this shit or that shit. And we never get out of that. We never actually give ourselves time to know ourselves and what we really need in our lives, and the changes that we can make that benefit us in so many ways that you'll never know. I wrote some things down that came to me the other day, and one of them was great. And I write on shitty pieces of paper when I have them, a marker. I'm out working somewhere. Came to me. I got to write that down because I got to remember to tell you guys. The loving voice inside each of us is far more reliable and practical than anything ego can offer. The loving voice inside each of us is far more reliable. It is the reliable voice, and it's practical. Love is the most practical tool we have because it's truth. And it is more practical than anything our little ego can offer. So remember that and walk in that, and you'll see yourself just blossom in different ways that you haven't yet. And it'll come to you like a little gold nugget, and you go, woo, there's some growth. Yes, thank you. And that's your connection, a growth in your connection. It's opening. So you know what to do for yourself. You don't need anybody else to tell you what your journey is going to be. You're going to welcome in good advice, but naysayers, they can't tell you anymore. You already know what you're doing. You already know who you are. So you can't be talked out of that. You can just be guided from within, and you'll know where things need to drop off and where new openings need to take place. And those doors will open for you. Oh, they'll open. They'll open wide, and you need to walk through them. You'll feel like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this. Walk through that door. Walk through it. Kick it open and get on that other side. And then just take the steps there. And you'll see. It's just all new to self-discovery. You're a treasure. You got to unlock your own treasure. There's so much talent in there. That you haven't let out because you're afraid. Maybe just the people that surround you don't want you to grow there. Because, either they're afraid you're going to go somewhere, or you're going to feel like you're this or that or the other thing. But don't stop growing. If it's in there, do it. Okay. If it's good for humanity and it's going to bring smiles to people's faces and it's going to be good things for this, man alive, that's the recipe. That's a good recipe. All right, guys, that's it for today. Much love and light, and early Mother's Day present to all the moms out there. You're the best of the best, boy. I'll tell you what, you know. And I know a lot of great moms out there. They're wonderful, wonderful people, and so many have gone on. So many great moms that I knew when we were growing up. Great examples. Love them all. Learn from them all, one way or the other. We learn from the Mrs. Kravitzes as well. Abner, look what they're doing out there. Much love, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.